Pure communism. Pure communism has the following characteristics: no money, and with that, no wages, no prices, no government, no class system, no private property, no religion. Everything in this economy is shared. It is the we community. There's no I. Everybody helps work as is needed. If you need a house, the community will build the house. If you need a road, if you need a car, the community will build it. You kind of wake up each day and decide, what am I going to do? Who am I going to help? What am I going to do? The motivation, the incentive is to help the community, not the person or the individual. So the entire motivation is to help everybody else, not you. The community has a storehouse of food, commodities that people can use. It is theirs. It's all together. It cannot be stealing. It is yours. People will not hoard. They'll not gather things. It's for everybody. So it's very impossible to steal something because it is all yours. There are goods, there are cars, televisions, there's houses, there's roads, but they're probably not as advanced as you'd find in the Western world or in the capitalist society. Why? They would think in this pure communism, a TV is fine, but why would you need a 50 or 100-inch screen TV? There is trade with other countries, but it's through the barter system because there's no money. Typically, this is a closed system. It's a small system where if people don't like the way things are run, they're asked to leave. Not everybody is allowed to come in. Typically, small groups, 50 to 150 people, all work together at meetings to make any rules. Typically, it's unanimous. So there is no central government. There's no government. It's very democratic. It's a lot of voting. It's a lot of people talking and arguing, but decisions have to be unanimous and they have to all agree upon them. And they all work together to agree on those things. So there is no government. There's no class system. There's no upper class and lower class. There's no private property. In the pure communism, Karl Marx was against money and religion, so he had that in there. And there's no wages, there's no prices, there's no interest, there's no borrowing, like that type of thing. So it's a pure system. So, and this is pure communism. In communism, there were 4 steps to this way. First, there would be a large gap between the rich and the poor. The second would be the workers would revolt. The third, the workers take over and they control the system. And then the fourth is it comes into this pure communistic state. All the people, all the countries like Soviet Union, China, Cuba, North Korea have been stuck on step 3. There was a large gap between the rich and poor. There was a revolution. There was the workers, the people that revolted, took over, but they kept in control and they kept at step 3. They've not gone to step number 4. Where we do see communism, you might see it in communes, you might see it in kibbutzes in Israel. One of my favorite shows is Gilligan's Island in the 1960s, where there's a group of 6 or 7 people that worked on the island to get off the island. That was the goal. The incentive was to get off the island. They all worked together. There was a billionaire, there was a movie star, there was a scientist or a smart person, there was a skipper, there was a Gilligan, who was just the first mate. And then there was Marianne, who was just a person there. And those people all had different skills, different abilities, but they all worked together. Even the billionaire worked, even the movie star worked. They didn't like it. They complained quite a bit, but they worked and they helped to get off of the island. So you can definitely see we've used communism probably in small communities. If you're by yourself and you're trapped and you need to work together to survive, do those kind of things. And typically I would see these in the hunter-gatherer societies where there were small groups of 50 to 150 people. They didn't even have rulers and things. They all worked together. They were egalitarian. They were groups that basically moved around and hunted and gathered. And if you were a great hunter, you were knocked down because they didn't want anybody feeling they were better than anybody else. So has it really existed? No. You've seen it in different areas and different groups. And it's something that, in the purest sense, none of the systems have actually worked. There hasn't been pure, direct democracy. There hasn't been pure libertarianism. There hasn't been pure capitalism. There hasn't been pure communism. So this is just some information about communism in the pure form that I wanted everybody to know.